Hello and welcome to Not Driving Thoughts with Corby and Jess. Today we're talking about why we do adventures. We've noticed we post these pictures and we've lately been going out to coffee places and for walks and for runs, and we started calling them adventures, and people tend to like them and comment on them, so we thought we'd share why we do them. A couple of reasons. One is our kids are all grown up now. Yay!
It's Jared's birthday
It's
today.
Jared's birthday today.
He's 19.
Oh my gosh. That's not the only reason, but it's helpful. I think if you have young kids, you should go on adventures. Okay, here's one to me. One reason we call them adventures is because, well, what's Jess's favorite line from the movie?
Are you going to say it?
You can say it.
I want adventure in the great wide somewhere.
That's right.
I want it more than I can tell.
We do it because to say we got to go out, we just need to be going out, is kind of sad. Kind of like, okay, I guess we got to go out. But if you call it an adventure, we're going on an adventure, even if it's just coffee. Even if
Coffee can be an adventure.
we went to one coffee stand which will remain nameless, and it was not a good adventure. But so we call them adventures because it makes it a little bit more fun. It makes it a little more like, come on, Jess, we're going on an adventure.
It makes us think our life is not quite so boring.
Yes. So we're basically tricking ourselves to feeling like we're less pathetic.
Wait, where'd you go? There you go.
Shh. Where did you go? What was in the coffee? Also, I mean, there's good biblical reasons to be doing this. We've found that as we've been doing them, I feel closer to my wife. I feel more connected. I apologize, I'm driving at the same time. Like, you know, not to be too cheesy Christian about it, but the whole knitting together idea, the two cords are, you know, woven together stronger.
That was really deep.
I know. She is the wife of my youth because we've been married 21 years. So we do this kind of stuff for those kinds of reasons. Jess, would you like to add or comment to those?
I just think you have to spend time with somebody to actually have a relationship. And if we're only spending time with each other when we're completely exhausted after work, that's not good time. This is good time.
Yes. So we've had the young kids, and maybe somebody watches this someday. We have little kids and we're always exhausted. We have that time. I don't want Jess to throw in on this, but I think that's why we call it adventure. That's why we build it up into something bigger than it actually is. Because it makes it more important. It makes it a bigger thing than you know.
Let's just go to coffee.
We watched the marriage video, and it says you got to have date night, and
yeah.
And it's like, well, that's great and all, but you have to believe in it, and if you have to build it up into something bigger than it is, so that you believe in it, then do that.
True.
True.
Where did I go? There I am.
She's very white.
Adventure. I think we started calling it adventure partly because Corby knows I need adventure. And yeah, to make it just a little something more to look forward to and invest in. But we also became really intentional about finding something that we enjoyed together. Coffee, cider,
Food.
driving around Portland and looking at
So yeah, what are our adventures?
Oh yeah, okay.
So what do we? This really started as we called them coffee walks. We would try to find new coffee places around Vancouver, and then go for a walk on not like a trail, like a dirt trail, but like on the riverfront trail or the Salmon Creek trail. Just walks, just to get a little movement in, time together, refresh, and then they turned into coffee runs. Not like diarrhea runs.
Gross.
I know. Coffee runs. Snicker. And then those stopped.
No, because I got sick.
Because yes, we'll do another one on that later. And then sometimes it's, well, okay, fine, coffee and something else. Coffee and farmer's market. Coffee and nothing else. Coffee and grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm. Coffee and cool antique stores.
There's so other adventures would be like what we've done. So I drive for Uber and Lyft, and I find places that I want to go back to. So like there's like, we're into the whole England British pub thing. So we're looking at different restaurants that are similar to that, right?
Yes. Or he'll see like really cool houses or buildings, and so he'll want to take me. Or the Rose Garden. That was a fun adventure.
Not the one up on the hill, but there's another one in North Portland called the
Peninsular Park.
Peninsular Park, yes.
Peninsular?
Yes, there's an R at the end.
Really?
Peninsular.
Uh-oh. I feel like maybe I was saying nuclear instead of nuclear.
Strategery. Nuclear. Anyway, and some of those things you can do with little kids. You put them in the car, you go drive around looking at cool houses.
Yeah.
But
I feel like when the kids were little, we had couch adventures.
That's true.
And that was okay. But I don't think we were as intentional as we could have been about actually having conversation. I think it was more, let's tune out to the TV. And now the difference is adventures have, like, we actually sit face to face and talk. Look at my gray hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, talking.
And we talk Bible stuff.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But, I don't know. I feel closer together and closer in faith. And, honestly, well, we're going to do some young married stuff later, but young marrieds tend to have a romanticized, let's just call it cheesy. And that's what it is, and that's fine, and it's energetic, and that's cool, but you kind of go past that. Anyway, that's not the point of this talk. The point of this little video is...
This is really long.
It is. Sorry for the length. It is adventures. So, what can you do to go on these really simple adventures with your spouse, and, you know, redeem the time, or
make your life suck less.
Make your life suck less. It's like the dodgeball slogan, aim low. That's what we're going for. Anyway, there you go. Anything else?
No, that covers it.
Go on adventures.